Today I am sitting next to a beautiful church. It looks fantastic, and when you're standing over here in the church grounds, there's a beautiful view of the ocean. I really like this one. Growing here in the garden are two kinds of berries, like a black dark purple berry and a red berry. Am I going to eat these right now? No, I am not, because they could be poisonous. In fact, I'm pretty sure they are poisonous, or at least not generally considered edible. In spirituality, it's very much like that. We don't just want to go eating any sort of thing that we see that looks nice and appetizing, because maybe this looks like a nice berry, but it could cause me a lot of illness. And if you're a spiritual person, it's wise for you to ask this about psychedelics. Is this a poisonous berry? Or is it a genuinely sweet and succulent berry that can offer us a wealth of spiritual benefits? Let's assume, as a hypothetical, that we are stuck in the wilderness and all we have to eat are these berries. What would a survival guide tell you to do? It's actually common knowledge. What you do is first you eat just a tiny bit and see how your body responds. And I'm going to say it's the same with psychedelics and spirituality. If it interests you, try a little bit and see if it feels good to you and integral with your heart. Now you might ask the question, why would you go out into the wilderness and eat random berries? The ultimate question there that you can ask yourself is, do you want to experience God or a deeper spiritual reality of life? If you don't have such a curiosity, then don't go exploring with psychedelics. But a lot of people have a genuine calling and interest within their hearts to go deeper, to understand who am I, and to discover nirvana, enlightenment, and untold magnitudes of love. That is what God is. God is amazing, beyond words, and it's accessible to you. Don't just go eating tons of wild berries. Take precautions, but that's the question you can ask. If you want to experience God, these berries could very well be the key thing for you to take in your body that will actually open doors. Spiritual people shouldn't fall into the same trap as scientists have done in the past, like let's say 100 or 150 years ago. Many scientists thought that they really knew what the universe was about, but they didn't even know about quantum physics or general relativity or even how electricity works. There were so many things they had no idea about. And at some point, those doors opened up. But still, science can be humble and say that there's so much more that they don't know. And that's what our own spirituality should be like. Not to fall into the trap, even if we've been meditating 20 or 30 years, to think that we've discovered it all. And if you're feeling like you have discovered everything that you are able to discover in your daily practice, try psychedelic and just see how strong and powerful it is. If you've never used a psychedelic before and you feel like you understand what spirituality is about, I invite you to try a psychedelic. No one, especially spiritual people, that tries a strong psychedelic like 5-MeO, DMT or malt, no one that tries it is underwhelmed. Everyone, their mind is blown at how much and how deep spirituality goes. So it would be an absolute trap to think that you've discovered everything in spirituality. My recommendation always is that if you have to choose between psychedelics or a spiritual practice, choose the spiritual practice. Psychedelics, these are incredibly powerful berries. And if you go taking them without releasing who you are, without doing the integration work, without a genuine spiritual intention, then these psychedelics will give you very interesting, intense experiences, but they can actually cause a lot of instability in people. So it's better that you do a stable spiritual practice rather than take these powerful psychedelic berries. Having said that, if you are doing a spiritual practice, then these berries can be very potent in bringing up energies and opening doors, like I said, doors of perception to love and to God and to enlightenment. And that can be a really good reward for you. Ultimately, it is up to you if you want to try using psychedelics for spiritual purposes, and certainly psychedelics can be a poisonous fruit if you use them in an incorrect way. But if you use them in a responsible adult way, in a sacred setting, using small doses at first and ramping up slowly, then I think it can be a huge spiritual blessing.